have quite a small field today of just 8 drivers. We do have another driver coming who's just having to renew his PlayStation Plus account, um, and was having some password issues. So hopefully he can join us for the race or sometime during qualifying. But we have no sound, so I'm not sure what's going on there. Bombardier looks like he's the first out of the pits. Oh, and
Turn on my
cold
socks as
tires.
well.
I nearly did exactly the same thing.
I did that on
um,
my when I was coming out of the pits. I completely forgot to press triangle, so I went straight over the line,
oh yeah.
and I broke my front wing, so I had to go back into the pits as soon as I got out.
I'm not getting any engine sound on my view. Hang on, I'll just pause it.
Press stop. Yeah, yeah.
Uh, no, still nothing. Oh wow,
Oh,
this is.
Yabio's put it in the wall.
Did he actually hit the wall?
Just
There's a
yeah,
couple of
I
guys.
think it's damaged. Just
I still don't have any
near his
engine
front wing,
noise.
right?
This is bizarre. Okay. Maybe I'll
Press
just.
it, then go on race director and come off it. That should have put
Oh
it.
yeah, yeah, be across the pit lane exit. But I'll just go into a few of these, and hopefully when we come out, we'll get some sound, maybe some preferences. Yeah, nah, nothing. Okay,
Oh, I have that glitch a lot.
okay, guys.
Bombardier's hit the wall. He's lost his front wing.
Unfortunately, we don't have any game sound, so it looks like it's just commentary for this qualifying session. Hopefully, we can get it back for the race, but that is a little bit unfortunate. Um, so
Bombardier's lost his right side plate on his wing. I think he might pit.
yeah, he'll
No,
have to
he's going
pit.
for it.
He's going for
No,
it.
he's going for it.
Oh,
Yep.
okay, with wing damage. That's interesting.
Surprising.
Yeah, it's it's really weird without engine noise. Let's try one more time. Nah, nothing. Okay. All right. Um. So yeah, we'll press on. A few guys starting laps now. So we've got Bombardier on a lap. Looks like we've got Sterling West out there on the hard tire, also on a lap. He might just be doing a second out lap though, judging by his ARS. He hasn't used any. Also have
Oh, he's hit the wing again, Bombardier.
Yabio on a lap, um, on the soft tires. Still got a couple of pretty quick guys in here. We've got a Bean Sandwich, Sterling West, and Kev Berge. Like 59 Ninjas, Foursquare, Bombardier, Yabio, and Striker is our field today. So I think that's still pretty good
Oh,
field. We should have some good battling up and down. If anyone watched the European series stream, there was a similar amount of drivers, and we lost 2 or 3 early on in the race. But it was still good battling. Only 6 drivers finished the race, but there was battling all the way through right up until basically the final lap. There was an overtake for a position right on the line, but unfortunately penalties came into play for that one. So that was for P2 and 3 as well. So very close race for some of those guys. So Bombardier's our first driver to set a time. Is 1:42.4 on the soft. Sterling West just with the side lap on a 1:44.6. Yabio now puts on provisional
oh,
pole with a 1:41.4. So time sheet not setting the world alight at the moment, but it's still early days, and guys are just getting accustomed to the track and the car and conditions and stuff like that. So I expect them to push maybe a little bit harder. Second run, saying that we've only got 3 times on the board. Foursquare is just about to come across the line. What can he do? It's a long run to yes. So he goes. He
So
takes provision of the pole,
provisional pole.
140.7. I think Kev Berge might be on a lap. He's on the soft tyres. Hopefully he's
Quite a lot of people hitting the walls and stuff so far and going into the runoff zones. I've seen that quite a bit from drivers so far in this race.
oh really okay. Hopefully Kev Berge's sorted out his wheel issues that have been hampering so far this season.
Ooh, like 51 Ninjas has spun and hit his front wing.
Okay, he's on the lap, so that one will be over for him. Striker's also on the lap, but oh, as Kev Berge clips inside of the castle section, um, the uphill bit, not the bit at the bottom. Um, so I wonder if he's got damage. No, it doesn't look like it. I think he got away with that one. It's really funny because I've got the track presenter like it's nearly like radio. You know the like the race commentator on at the track. Yeah, I
How
can
do you
hear
put
that.
that on?
I can hear that, but I can't hear the cars. It's bizarre.
How do you put that on? Because I can't hear when
No,
you have that.
it's just background noise. Like you barely hear it.
Oh,
Usually, you sometimes hear it in the pits if it's really quiet, like it's if you're close to a speaker. But there's like a track announcer at every track, so it'll have an announcer based on like the language. So in France it'll be in French, and um, in Spanish it'll be in Spanish. Blah blah blah. It's like it's just to make the track feel more like the real life track, I guess. But so I can hear that, but I can't I can't hear any other noise. It's really quite weird.
it
Um,
should fix it for the race. I think
Hopefully.
51 Ninjas and go for using this. Oh, Sterling West has put it in the wall. His front wing's been damaged. No, I don't want. I think it might be. Yeah, he's side plates on both of his wings.
Okay, so well he's on the hard tire, so he's just getting some pancakes. But yeah, that is all quite a lot of wing damage for the Ferrari man.
So far, it's been like 3 or 4 people have hit in the wall or gone off in the runoff zone. So far, people are just getting warming up for the track, I guess.
Yeah, Kevberg is on another push lap. Um,
Been much better this time.
yeah, we want to improve on the 143. I did race
What
against
is it?
Kev. I did race against Kev Berge in another league in F1 2018, and he was one of the top drivers in the league as he improves by 7 tenths. So it does go faster, but doesn't move up a position, unfortunately. Yellow flag, sector 2.
Just nobody. I don't know what that is.
Yeah, that's odd. Um, yeah, but um, so yeah, I would think that Kev would be a top driver in this league as well. So those issues that he's having to deal with really must be affecting his pace. But he says hopefully he's getting it fixed. So hopefully he can sort that out for Spain if it's not already sorted out.
Sterling West is about to. He's on his. He's about to. Yeah, Sterling West about to start. Not Sterling West. Striker's about to start his lap.
Yeah, yeah. Striker was. I mean that's a bit weird to write on board because there's no sound, so we'll just
Oh,
use the broadcast. Yeah, this no sound thing is pretty weird, to be honest. It must be something to do with starting a broadcast. I don't know,
It's
in
not. I
this
have it all
game.
the time. It's really weird. I get it when I'm in races and stuff.
I
I had
do,
it during the
okay.
Bahrain race. I had no game sound.
Completely
They
weird.
said they're going to fix it in the next patch.
Okay, well, that's good. Oh, Striker
Oh,
gets a
striker.
bit swirly, bit sideways out of the exit there. Um,
Oh, not a bad lap so far, to be fair.
yeah, not too bad. What I do know about
Oh, Bombardier's put it in the wall. Luckily, he's got no wing damage. I think it was just a bit of a slight touch.
We'll keep on board with Striker. What I do know about Striker is he's a bit of a he's a bit of a purist when it comes to like simulation. So he runs no assists, no racing line. He runs in cockpit cam. He drives on a wheel. So he's really pushes himself to try and do it all unaided. And
Ooh,
yeah, he's
again,
probably.
nearly.
I think it's fair to say he's probably not one of the quickest drivers, but yeah, full respect for him for like racing with everything off like he does. That's pretty
It
respectable.
is hard. Yeah, it is very hard. What he's
Especially
doing is good.
especially cockpit cam, man. I take my hat off to anyone that like does league racing in cockpit cam. That's intense. Um, I suppose it's what it's used to, what you're used to as well. But yeah, I think
Yeah, but I was
it
about to complete a lap as
really
well.
limits what you can see. All right, so no drivers under 140 yet. That's
Oh, he puts it
that
on
was
pole, Yabio.
Yabio
Provisional.
nearly gets under there. So well done to
Like
him.
51 ninjas on a lap as well. Bit of an odd qualifying session so far.
Yeah, we might have a couple of guys not touching the softs. All these guys will, if they set a time, that is, will have to start on the tyres they set a lap time on. So I hope they realise that no one will be starting on fresh tyres unless they don't set a time. Um, so that's maybe why we're seeing only four of the eight drivers so far, half the field use the softs, and the others kind of still going around on the mediums or hards. But maybe that will change because track position's pretty important around here.
Oh, Kedberg is running around a little bit, but he's okay now.
Okay.
Oh,
Oh,
what's
Solano's
Alana doing?
joined. Excellent.
There we go.
So he'll be in for the race. So it's another driver.
Oh, Bombardier's put it in the Warwing Castle. He's lost his front wing.
Oh, I'm watching
He's
four
going to
square.
compromise
Sorry.
some laps,
Oh,
though,
he
I
is.
reckon.
Oh,
His tyres are hot.
hopefully he gets out of the way of four square just here.
Sorry about that. I like 51 Ninjas put in a 142 and goes fifth.
Nice. Yeah, I think Bombardier maybe just might have held up four
He's
square
only
just a
lost
little
a
bit.
side
Always
place.
DNF'd. He's
Ooh,
gone straight into the wall with no wing. So that's his qualifying session
that's
done.
disappointing.
I don't know if this is going to compromise anyone else. Looks like
It might
Striker's in the
compromise
pits.
Kevberger. He's coming up to him now.
Years two.
Oh,
Oh, he thought
That is lucky. That's unlucky to be
it was
fair.
ghost
Ah,
ghosted him. But
that's just luck, isn't it? Oh, luck. He's on his outlap. Luckily, that's only his outlap. To be fair, it's
Solano's
quite
left
lucky.
again. He'll need to be in the session if he wants to race. I'll just check the chat and make sure everything's all good with him.
That's quite disappointing for Bombard. He had a decent lap. To be fair, could have improved on it.
Yeah, Solano left to select a car, but I don't think you can't do that once if you're joining late, unfortunately. So hopefully he's joined back soon.
Kevberger's on his lap. Hopefully, he can get a good lap in.
Yeah,
So
it was.
far, what I've been watching him, he's been
Oh,
alright. Nearly lost it. Close.
all right. Hopefully this one he won't
Had some good traction coming out of that corner.
Yeah. Well, this
Got
lap's
speed off there.
really got to count for Kev because he won't have time to dive into the pits. If he dived into the pits now,
Oh yeah.
he wouldn't have time to go out on another run. So this is it for him.
Oh, that's nothing. So far he's quite fast, I reckon. I reckon he might be able to get a pole. From the looks of it, this is fast. Maybe just off it, maybe. It's gonna be close.
Second.
Second. With that. I don't see anyone else out on their lap. People are just coming out, that's it. Ooh. No, just keep moving that way.
All right, just 2 minutes left. So if anyone's on gonna do one more run, then they will need to hurry up to get around. So like 51 Ninjas and Striker, Striker's gonna have to start on those hard tyres. So I hope he hasn't taken too much life out of those because he's not going to be able to do another run. Like 51 Ninjas is content on the mediums. Bean Sandwich is out there on the mediums again. Righto. Sterling West also on the medium, so a couple of big laps coming up for these guys. Looks like Yabio might be the first one to start his lap. Oh no, sorry.
Yeah, he will be.
Oh, Foursquare is just coming out of the pits. No, Foursquare's not going to make it around to do a lap. No way. No chance. He's left it way too late. Yabio is about to start a lap. Comes down into turn one. Doesn't use all the track there.
Ooh. There's just people moving out of the way.
Yeah.
I'll keep an eye out on what's happening with all the drivers.
So Yabio, our provision pole sitter, on his final run in qualifying, can he keep that pole position?
He's 1.2 seconds up in his time.
Oh no, he's not. He's just over his time in sector one.
Oh god, he lost that time there. He lost a lot of time or something somewhere. To me it's at 1.2 seconds.
Goes through the castle section nice and clean.
I think that's Kevberg, just going slow.
Pretty nice through there. It's downhill a little bit
Only 3
to...
people out on track at the moment.
Yeah, so I think some guys maybe just missed time their last run. Foursquare's out on track, but there's no way he'll be able to... yeah, he's already finished. So Yabio and Sterling West and Bean Sandwich are the only ones on laps at the moment. So we'll see if Yabio can improve.
46, 47. Just
Impro
about. 3
improves by
tenths, not
three
too bad
tenths.
actually.
Foursquare now. I don't know. Bean
Bean
Sandwich.
Sandwich is going to come through first, yeah. He's 1.6 seconds up on his time.
Wow. That would be a big
Could he put it
improvement.
into 138 maybe? 36, 37. He's on
Wow,
pole.
I guess fastest
And
on the
my member.
medium tyres. That's very impressive. 139.3.
Ooh, I didn't get to see what happened there. Where did Sterling West put it?
I don't
Second.
know, but
Sterling West.
Bean is first on medium tyres. So, well, and just as he crossed the finish line, I got some engine noise. So that's a positive. Okay, so there's your qualifying results. So Bean Sandwich puts on pole with a 139.3 on the medium tyre. Sterling West, 4.5 tenths back, also on the medium tyres. So that's your front row. Yabio, Kev Berge, first of the soft runners. P3 and 4, Foursquare and Bombardier on the third row. Like 51 Ninjas and Strikers, both. Is it one on the medium tyres and one on the hard tyres? So hope those guys didn't take too much life out of those tyres. I'm a bit worried about Bean. Actually, I think he did a few laps on those mediums that he got pole with, so he might not have the tyre life as that Sterling West has. So we'll have to keep an eye on that. He might
There's
pit
only one
a
team
bit
here that's
earlier.
got 2 drivers as Haas.
Okay, so Solano is in the session, so he'll be joining us, which is great.
Hopefully it's quite a decent start and not too much chaotic.
As the drivers now just selecting their race strategy, fuel load, adjusting any setup changes. Unfortunately, Solano, I think with Park Verme on, he will have to settle for the default setup. But we'll see what he can do with that as
Formation lap of where they were going.
drivers set off on their formation lap.
Oh, he's in Mercedes, Solano. Look at that.
It's okay.
He would normally be in the McLaren.
Yeah, Solano would normally be in the McLaren, but as he joined late, he didn't have a choice about that. So
We'll just count his points as McLaren.
yeah. Any points he scores will go towards him and McLaren. So
one thing I've noticed: the only team that's got 2 drivers in this session is Haas. Everyone else is only 1 driver from each team, besides Haas.
Yeah, yep. And
maybe they can pick up a few points here.
And we don't have any Renaults today, so I think they're the only team. Are they the only team? No, there's no
there's one more. What's it called?
No Williams.
I think. Yeah, that's it, Williams.
No Williams or Renault. And one more as well.
Race here today. Quite exciting from qualifying with the last few laps. It looked quite slow from qualifying with the first lap laps, but I think everyone's like pushing loads from the proper last lap, and there was some good times in there.
Yeah. So Bean, these guys are actually setting a cracking pace from formation lap. So our starting grid again: Bean Sandwich, Sterling West, Yabio 85, Kev Bergy 66, Foursquare 79, Bombardier 55-40, Like 51 Ninjas, Striker 703, and Solano 09. Our 9 drivers on the grid today. Let's hope they all make it through turns 1, 2, and probably 3 cleanly, and we don't have any early carnage and DNFs. It's probably the last thing we need with such a small field. So let's hope everyone keeps it clean. That would be ideal. As they're all reforming up onto the grid now.
I feel like this could be a good start. I'm hoping. Personally, I don't think there'll be any proper contact because there's not as many drivers. I think it'll be quite a clean start.
Okay. Right, as we get ready for lights out. Got 2 lights, 3 lights, 4 lights, 5 lights.
Here we go.
And they're away for the Baku Grand Prix. Looks like Sterling West got a good start. Is he going to nick first position? Oh, and there's a bit of contact. Bombardier's around. A couple of guys running it deep, so Bombardier was around then. We'll see what's happening further up the field. Bean Sandwich and Sterling West going side by side in turn 3. Looks like Kev Berger's having a look down the inside in turn 3 as well. Keeping it nice and clean through there. Well done, everyone. Ooh, a little bit of contact there maybe from the back of Bean by Kev. But all pretty clean for the most part. It's only really Bombardier has had that bad start. Like 51 Ninjas has actually dropped some time, but he's not too far behind. But Bombardier's our big loser.
From Berger, though.
But no wing damage critically for the Toro Rosso driver. So Let's hope everyone makes it through the castle section cleanly. Looks like, yeah, everyone was able to get through there. Pretty nice. So obviously the two guys at the front on the medium tyres will have the tyre advantage. Sterling able to jump Bean at the start. That's going to be crucial.
Oh, Solano's got the striker.
Okay, Solano up, made a move to striker.
Start.
He's the only one that will be starting on fresh tyres, so I'm surprised he didn't go with the mediums, but he's gone with the soft. So, it's Bean and Kevbergy going side by side now. Down to turn one. Who's going to give here? Maybe a little bit of contact. Still side by side going towards turn two. Looks like Kev's got the inside and the position. So those older medium tyres really slowing Bean down. Maybe he's just struggling them. Although Bean's got the slipstream down to turn three. He's on the outside though. Is he going to be? Oh, that's So Striker must have damage, and Kevberg is around. He spun it all by himself, right in front of Bean Sandwich. We were riding on board with Bean, and Kevberg has lost control. I don't know if there was contact, but he's lost two positions.
Striker had a drive-through penalty, I think. He went straight through there without anything. I think he had a drive-through penalty.
Oh, okay. I might have jump started, but we didn't see that. We didn't see that come up on the screen. Usually penalties fly up on the screen, but anyway. No, it doesn't look like there's any damage by Kev.
Isn't that damage, but unfortunate. Yeah. Still right behind Yabio though, so he can still easily make that position back. Not too much carnage from the first lap, so it's quite clean so far.
This is the closest battle on track at the moment. Kevbergy and Yabio for P3. Right on board with Kevbergy. It's only lap 2, so he won't have DRS yet. Yabio, Sterling West sets the fast lap of the race. Kev will have the slipstream. Yabio looks like he's letting him have the inside, but not enough, not close enough to make a move there. Maybe down this second little straight. We'll see how Kevbergy goes. Short shifts to third gear. Now he gets DRS down this straight. He's pretty close to just a car length back. Oh, Yabio choosing not to defend. Oh, and Yabio locks up. I think that's all fair. I think Kevbergy had the inside there, and Yabio just made a mistake and locked up a little bit. So that's P3 for Kevbergy. We'll see if Yabio can stick with him. Not sure where Yabio's teammate Zoot is. He's been absent since Bahrain, but we'll see if we can get him back for the next race. Quite a few drivers are off today, unfortunately, so we'll have to try and see what's going on with a few of them to see if they can start attending more races and get more drivers in. But looks like Kevberg has gapped Yabio pretty easily. Already a 1.5 second lead. Now back 1.5 second gap back to the racing point. Still the closest battle on track at the moment, but Sterling West does another fastest lap. He now has a 4.3 second lead of the race over Bean Sandwich.
Pace on this track.
So Sterling West also suffering from some hardware issues with his wheel, and I believe he was able to get those fixed since last round, so showing his true potential and pace here today. He's been on the podium the last few races, so yet to win a race, so today might be the day. As Yabio runs it very wide through turn 3. So Yabio's dropped off 3 seconds now to Kevbergy. and Foursquare is actually catching him, and Solano is catching Foursquare, so could have a good little battle between the three of those guys pretty soon.
Oh,
Oh,
the
it's
Foursquare spun it
Foursquare.
a little bit.
Oh, he has. Oh, is he? It's just going to nick the wall at the bottom of the screen there. You could see. I don't think there was any damage. But yeah, he lost 2 positions to Solano and like 51 Ninjas. He was catching Yabio, as I said, but yeah, he just got a bit sideways. He might have caught too much curb on the. Yeah, looks like his front wing's okay, so he'll be able to carry on. So the only driver to pit so far is Striker. And we'll just have a look at the position changes quickly. So Sterling West up 1 position. Our big mover has been Solano, who's gone up 4 positions. Started, of course, last after missing qualifying, so he's having a good run at the moment on fresh tyres. Yeah, we'll be expecting the soft runners to come in in 2 or 3 laps time, I think.
Yeah, my window was 7. It was 7 to 9. The window for softs.
Yeah. Oh, his Foursquare's in now, so he's decided to pit early. So he might have minor wing damage. Let's see if he does get a wing change.
No, he's not.
No wing change. I think his tyres are just gone, and we got some hovering hard tyres in the pits there. That's a bit odd. There's so many weird glitches in the game, especially around pit stops.
Is Foursquare going to get him? Yeah, Striker's not there. It's good.
Yeah, Striker's a little way back. But look, every driver in the race will score points if they finish the race, so it's worthwhile staying in it to collect points. I've seen so far this weekend some drivers quit pretty early on, like within the first 5 laps, because things weren't going their way, and I just don't think you can afford to do that in championship and throw the chance of any points away. Like,
that's what my teammate was going to do.
Yeah.
My teammate, he was involved in that crash at the start. He went all the way down to last, but I was saying to him just continue, and he got the fastest lap in the end, so he still got a point. So.
Yeah, exactly. So it can happen. But especially places like Baku, where like one little mistake from a driver, and you can be out of the race. Oh, Striker is out of the race.
Striker's retired. Speaking of retiring, and that's unfortunate for him.
Oh, I wonder if that's what we were just talking about, and he actually just quit, or whether he did crash. I'm not quite sure where that would have been on track. It was sector 2, so
sector 2 it is.
We're right on board with Sterling, and we'll see if Striker's car, because it's coming up to sector 2 now.
Run off area maybe. Nope. Oh, Yabio and Bombardier are pitting. I reckon he might have done it in Castle, I reckon.
Well, the yellow flag's gone now, unfortunately, so I don't think we'll be able to see where Striker had his problems, or whether he just retired, but well, there's no car down the escape route there.
Yeah, we didn't find out.
Well, that's a shame. Like I was saying, it's definitely not worth quitting. You're guaranteed points if you finish, so yeah, pretty disappointing if that was the case, but I'll give Striker the benefit of the doubt and assume that he crashed out then. But we are running only reduced damage, so it does take a fair old whack to DNF. So I'd be expecting Kev Berge. Excuse me, expecting Kev Berge to pit either this lap or next lap, and Solano probably can go a bit longer. He can probably go at least 2 more laps.
Oh, he's hit the wall! Kev Berge's hit the wall. Wait, look at his front wing.
Massive impact. He's lucky to still be in the race. He'll definitely be pitting. He's just, he's definitely going to be pitting here.
Side plates, or is it? We'll see if he gets a wing change, and Striker's left now. We'll see if he does get a wing change. He might do. And he's not gonna. Oh, he is. Yeah, he's getting a wing change.
Yeah, he would have had to get a wing change.
Definitely not soon enough.
It was a pretty big collision with the wall. Like I said, lucky to still be in the race.
And Yabio's
Um,
got him, I think. And yeah, and Yabio's got him.
so Kev's actually elected to go onto the looks like the medium tire. Oh no, sorry, his car shows the medium yellow tires, but the telemetry says hard tires. So he'll be able to go to the end on those. Whereas Yabio and like 51 Ninjas, oh Yabio especially, who's already pitted, he's gone for the medium tire, so he'll have to pit again.
Solano's on for a great race here. He should be able to come out in 4th place. Maybe in probably 5th place, maybe. I think it's 4th. Yeah, he'll be able to come out in 4th place if he pits.
Yeah,
But he's
lovely.
gaining a lot of time. Well, yeah, he'd come out in 3rd because... Yeah, he would.
Well, he cuts the corner a bit there, he's lucky. Or
Corner,
you
yeah.
don't want to cut that corner too much because that curb can literally send you straight on into the wall as you're airborne. You can't turn when you're airborne, so as we got a yellow flag sector
Oh,
2.
Bombardier's put it in the wall.
Oh, Bombardier. Where's that?
He's lost his right, left side front wing. In the corner besides Castle.
Oh, that's the corner before or coming into the castle section. Yeah, it's the same with that curb actually. If you hit too much of it, it can send you straight. Well, he's
He's
left the
left it.
session.
Nah, he should. That's a bad mistake. He shouldn't have done that.
I definitely agree. So
He's
that's
thrown
that.
away at least. He's thrown away at least 2 points there.
Well, 2 points.
No,
Three.
four.
4 points.
Points.
4 points
Yeah,
is
sorry.
left on the table there. So. Like I was saying, it's not worth it
Shame.
to quit. You got to keep going. It's a long race. Other guys could have their
You never
issues. You
know.
could get back in the race. So yeah,
Could be the difference between you getting first and second with 1 point.
yeah, yep. Understand the frustration, but rage quitting like that is not the way to go. Although I'm pretty sure Bombardier does have to be at up pretty early, like 4 or 5 a.m. So maybe that was in his thinking. If that's the case, then fair enough. But he's hasn't retired the car either, which is an issue because his Ghost is just going to drive around and he won't pick up points for that, unfortunately. So Sterling West out in front, the 6.6 second lead, 6.5 second lead of Bean Sandwich, both on 7 lap old medium tyres. Look, I missed that. Oh, sorry, no, they haven't pitted yet, of course. So those are the 3 guys. So Sterling West, Bean Sandwich, like 51 Ninjas, all started on the medium tyres. As he starts lap 9 now. So he'll be looking to go to maybe lap 11 or 12 on these tyres. So a few more laps before the pit stop onto the hard tyres. But Sterling West in a commanding position to Bean, and then Bean basically has a free pit stop back to like 51 Ninjas, his teammate.
Like 51 Ninjas. Is he pitting? No, he's not. He's staying out. To be
Well,
fair, he is on the mediums.
so all these guys haven't pitted yet. Yabio's pitted.
Kevbergy might get him on the straight.
Kev Berge is closing very quickly indeed. Yes, it looks like he's going to be able to make the move into turn 1.
Ooh, look up from Yabio.
Another luck up from Yabio, so it's reminiscent of the same thing that happened down into turn 3, and he doesn't really defend the inside. Yabio, he lets the driver with the slipstream down the inside and then just kind of follows him through, but that's alright. These guys are fighting for position. Kev Berge on the hard tyres will be going to the end. Yabio will be stopping again on 3-lap old medium tyres, so maybe that was in his thinking. It's probably not worth fighting it. He does have to stop again. And Solano has made pit stop as well, we'll miss that. So he's gone onto the hard tyre, so he's having a great race. I would expect him to jump Yabio. He's only 5 seconds behind now, and Yabio has to pit again, so I'd expect him to move up to 5th at least. Well, Bombardier's Ghost is pitting again.
That's the second time in 2 laps.
Yeah, it's his Ghost, it's not him driving, remember? So Yabio's still hanging on to Kev Berge though.
He's lost his front wing and they haven't replaced it yet.
Who's that?
Bombardier's AOA.
Oh,
A bit odd.
doesn't matter. We can consider that car retired, even though his ghost is still running around. If you leave the session that early, it's a retirement, unfortunately. Yabio looks like he has the DRS and might be saving some battery, which is not a bad thing to do when you got DRS.
Oh, Kippo put it in the wall.
Did he?
The wall a little bit.
Ooh.
Yeah, I think he hasn't. He's lucky he hasn't got any wing damage. He clipped the wall a little bit, and I think Yabio's going to get him because of that. Maybe. It's close. Yeah, he skimmed the wall a little bit. Luckily, there's no damage.
Just keep an eye on that. No, it looks like the end plates are intact, so looks like he's okay.
Quite lucky. Seems a bit shaky. I think he's been very close to losing parts of his front wing quite a few times this race. Ooh, Solano's hit the wall a little bit. Luckily, no wing damage as well. Sorry about that. Sorry.
Okay.
1 minute.
It's all three of your girlfriends messaging you at the same time. That's what a coincidence. Alright, so this battle's still going. Yabio and Kev Berge. So Yabio hanging on to the back of the Alfa Romeo, who did make a bit of a mistake that lap. So we'll see if he's close enough to get this position back, or whether he's content enough to sit behind him and just follow him. Maybe charge his battery a bit when he's got DRS. So he comes up to the line now, he's got DRS. Oh, he's closing, no, he's going for the pass. So Kev Berge decides to defend the inside.
Oh,
it was a bit of contact. It was a bit of a,
I could get him maybe here. Oh,
no, I don't think so. That was a bit of a Max Verstappen and Daniel Ricciardo moment for those guys. I wonder if there's any damage.
No, there's not. Quite luckily again. Wait, maybe an end plate?
No, Kev Berge is missing. Yeah, end plate on the right hand side.
Fine, his luck is finally, his luck has run out now. That's a bit of damage there, which is quite disappointing.
I don't think that was his fault. I think
Oh, Yabio's put it in the wall.
Oh no!
He's lost his front wing. He's lost part of it. Sorry, his side plate on his left wing. Okay, yeah, that's good from him. He's let him pass Foursquare. He's now in 17th, unfortunately.
So that's cost both drivers, Kev Berge and Yabio. I'll have to watch that back again. I'm just going to watch a quick replay on my phone, and I'll be able to see whose fault that might have been.
I think they both might pit, I reckon.
Yeah, they'll have to pit. There's still too far to go.
24 laps to go. Not 24 laps, 14.
Oh yeah, I'm just rewatching the incident now. Oh, I think that's Kev Berge's fault. So, as we're riding on board with Yabio, Kev Berge's gone to the inside to defend. Yabio's, they just kind of drifted into each other's way. But there was definite movement from the Alfa Romeo into the Force India. So I think that's probably a racing incident, unfortunately.
He's staying out. Kev Berge. I think Yabio's pitting though. Yeah,
Yabio will have to pit. He's got too much damage. Well, he had a second incident, so he would add more damage from that second time he when he hit the wall. Solano! I think Solano hit the wall on the exit of turn 2. I just caught that just in time. I'm trying to get a better view so we can see if there's damage.
Yeah.
Yes, he's missing. There's damage on the right hand side. He's missing his end plate.
It's both of them actually. Oh no, it's not. It's just his right side. Yeah.
Just the right side end plate. So he's hit the wall fairly hard on the exit of turn 2. So this is what I'm saying. There's opportunities for drivers if they stay in the race. So if Bombardier had stayed in the race, that's 3 drivers that now
I reckon he would have been maybe 6th near enough.
Yeah, well, that's like I was saying. There's 3 drivers that now have to pit again,
Ooh, someone's hit the wall again.
because of damage. So that's 3 positions he could have made up. So that's why he never quit.
Bean's pitted. And Solano clipped his left side front wing again on one of the corners, but I don't think there's damage.
Oh, Bean going onto soft tyres. I don't know what he's doing here. They're not going to last. They are not going to last 13 laps. So he's going to have to pit yet again. This is disastrous.
Another soft tyres.
It's disastrous for Bean. So he must have. There must have been an incident with Bean. He must have. Has he got damage? There's no damage.
I can't really see. Like 51 Ninjas is pitted as well. Kev Dougie's pitted as well, I think. No, he's not. He's staying out.
So like 51. Yeah, Bean's definitely going to have to pit again.
Another pair of soft tyres, I reckon.
Solano, is he going to get like 51? He is. Solano with that wing damage is carrying on. So Foursquare's
Foursquare got like, yeah.
Foursquare's got around like 51 as well.
He looks well to get the re-overtake, but he's going to leave it. I wonder when Sterling's going to pit. I wonder if he's going to do it now. I think he might be.
Yeah, it looks like he's lap 12.
Yeah, he is.
Or lap 13 rather.
Let's see if Bean can maybe. I think Bean's a bit too far away.
No, definitely too far away. He's on the wrong tyres too, the soft tyres. So he'll have to pit again. But what that means is he does have a free piss off back to Kepberg, so he won't lose the position and he'll be able to go to the fastest lap. So, but I am a bit shocked that he went on to the soft tyres instead of the the hard tyres. It seems like a weird strategy call. If there was drivers closer around him, I don't think he would have done that. So 7 seconds back from Sterling West. I wonder how much quicker these softs are going to be and whether he's going to catch him at all.
He's getting about 10th every.
So Foursquare right on the back of Solano. He will have DRS and slipstream. Let's see if he can make a move down into turn 1. Solano lets him go on the inside. Oh, but Solano's... Oh, that was very late braking and very nicely done from Solano. That's quite good defending there. Oh, I think there was a bit of contact there.
I think you might have just hit the curb actually. I'm pretty sure he hit the curb.
Oh no, I think there was definitely contact. I think Foursquare would be well advised to I think he'd be well advised to give the position back to Solano here. Otherwise, if that one gets submitted to the stewards, he might be in a bit of trouble for that because he did tag the back of Solano's car.
That's unfortunate. I can't tell. I don't think he's gonna let him pass because look, like 51 Ninjas is right behind now.
Yeah, well, that could cost him even more time. That'll be at least 3 to 5 second penalty if that's submitted to the stewards. So,
he's hit the wall. Is he good? Yeah, he's lost his right side front wing.
Oh, he's lost that big time. Yeah,
51 Ninjas the pace. I think he might have had wing damage anyway.
Yeah, he did have wing damage. He did. Oh, and he's nearly DNF. He's nearly DNF there.
That's disappointing there. He was having a very good race. Look at Bean Sandwich, look at his time. Look, he's nearly caught Sterling West. Getting so much time on him, on those soft tyres.
Yeah, so Bean on those soft tyres, but Solano will definitely have to pit here. So, like I was saying, Bombardier, if you just stayed in it, he'd probably be up to P6 at least now.
Yeah, even Striker as well. Maybe it depends if he did a DNF on purpose or.
Yeah, I'm not sure about him. New front wing for Solano. He is in the Mercedes today, but he's in a McLaren car. for the series. Of course, missed qualifying, so didn't get to choose his car. So Yabio jumps Solano. Yabio going to the end on hard tyre. Oh
Solano crossing
no!
the time penalty.
5-second penalty across the pit lane exit time. So he must have done that once before, because you get a warning the first time. And then I think you get a penalty the second time, so that's obviously the second time he's done that.
Under 4 seconds now between Bean and Sterling.
This is still the closest battle on track. So Kev Berge pushed on with that damage he has. Still got right side damage, but he's on for a podium. 4 square behind him.
He might
7.5 seconds.
I don't know.
Not sure if he's going to be able to catch him. There's 10 laps left, so he's got to make up 7/10 a lap. I'm not sure that Kev Berge's damage would be costing him that much, so that's probably why he's staying out. So if Kev Berge hangs on and doesn't pick up any more damage, he will get a podium. So I was just thinking, actually, Bean Sandwich, when he pits again, it'll be to go for the fastest lap, but that will also allow Sterling West to be able to pit again as well, if he wanted to, but I'm not sure he would. As looks like Ryan has left the session, so I'm on my own for a minute. He might be having some issues, so I'll take you through to the end of the race if Ryan can't join again. We get that lovely helicopter shot of Sterling West down the straight. So Bean Sandwich is catching him on those soft tyres. They're now 4 laps old. Just over 2 seconds the gap. Looks like Solano has caught Yabio on his fresh medium tyres. So this is a good little battle for position here. Both drivers going to the end on the tyres are on. Ooh, Solano skips across that curb. Oh, as Kev Berge's in the pits, he must have got more damage. Sterling West picks up a 3-second penalty. I wonder if that's going to be critical at the end of the race. So Kev Berge opting for a new front wing. And what tyres is he going to put on? Looks like he's going for a set of mediums. So maybe that wing damage was costing him too much and he's decided to pit. Oh, is he don't want to cross there, mate. Pick up another penalty. But yeah, I thought he was comfortable in P3. So he's now 12 seconds behind. That's a big gap to make up on like 51 Ninjas. Who's going to the end, and then Foursquare's another 6 seconds ahead as well. But Bean is right on the tail of Sterling West now. As Ryan just said in the chat that his internet crashed, so that's okay. Well, he's joined back.
Sorry.
All good. Okay, so Bean Sandwich has caught the back of Sterling West, now just half a second behind. And while you're gone, Ryan, Kev Berge did pit from 3rd position, so he's now back in 5th position. So he's not going to finish on the podium. So he must have picked up more damage. Oh, as Bean gets very, very close to the back of Sterling West going into the castle section. I think there might have been slight contact there between the two drivers. They're definitely sure there could be a pass for the lead. down the straight the next time we go on this lap. But of course, Bean Sandwich on the soft compound tyres will need to pit again. There's no way he can take those soft tyres another 8 laps. They just won't do it. They're good for about 6, 7, 8 laps. Oh, as Kev Berg is in the pits again and he's retired. What a shame for Kev. Gone from a podium position to now retiring. So that's, yeah, and that's it. Now 6 drivers left in the race.
That could cause a virtual safety car actually, when sometimes when you retire in the pits, it sometimes causes one.
So it looks like Bean wasn't able to get past Sterling West on the pit. Sorry, on the pit straight. He's just content to sit behind the Ferrari for now, but he'll be coming up on another pit stop. So I think maybe he might pit on the end of this lap or next lap. It depends on what his strategy is. The longer he can go on these tyres, the better, really. But he won't be able to catch Sterling for the win. That ship has sailed unless there's contact between the two, and Sterling West needs to pit as well. So all that drama's promoted Foursquare into P3. Foursquare, who's a minute and 3 seconds behind the driver we're riding on board with now, Bean Sandwich. So that's an almighty gap. So Bean could pit 2 or 3 more times and still be second. I wonder if he's going to be close enough. No, it looks like Sterling West is saving most of his energy for the straight and then just pulling away. It looks like Bean is coming into pit. I don't think he got DRS that lap, so yeah, he'll be coming in to put, I think, another set of soft tyres on. So he'll be going for the fastest lap and P2, so he'll be on for 19 points. Are you back in the game session, Ryan?
No, I can't reach it. I'll just watch through the stream a little bit. It's just a few seconds behind.
Yeah, okay, no worries. So he comes out, like I said, fresh soft tyres, now 18 seconds behind Sterling West, but with just 6 laps to go, he would need to close 2 seconds a lap, or 3 seconds a lap, sorry, and even the best driver in the world would struggle to do that. So, but he will be able to go fastest lap. I guess the next closest battle on track now is Yabio and Solano. So Solano, with those 4-lap-old medium tyres, probably has the tyre advantage over Yabio's 7-lap-old hards. But he's only 2.2 seconds back. I'm not sure if this gap is extending or coming down. I might just keep an eye on it while we're following him. Looks like it's pulling out slightly, so Solano's able to pull away a little bit.
There's a massive gap from second to third. Wow.
Second to third was a huge gap, yeah. As Bean comes up on the finish line to start his first timed lap, on lap that's not an out lap, on his fresh tyres. So we might ride with him, because this should be the fastest lap of the race, unless someone else pits for the fastest lap as well. I don't think Sterling can, because he would lose the lead. And I don't think anyone else has a big enough gap. Although Yabio, if he has the tyres, he could do it right at the end. But right now, I think it's going to be Bean Sandwich.
Been a good race, to be fair. Quite a lot of action.
Yeah, it hasn't been a dull race. It never is at Baku. Oh no! Oh, Bean just clipped the inside the wall of the castle section. Oh, he's got
Has he lost
damage
his front
too.
wing or anything?
As I was saying, he could pit another 2 or 3 times because he does have such a gap back to third place. So let's see if he does that.
Solano also got a 3 second time penalty, which I saw.
So
That
he'll
means
have,
Yabio should go up to maybe 5th.
yeah. Just depends if Bean has a another set of soft tyres to go on to try and get that fastest lap. But I don't think this is going to be it because I don't know what he's going to do. Is he going to pit or not? He's weaving a bit. He's kept on going. Kept on going for now, so he might go to the end. There's only 4 laps left, so he will have minor damage, but unfortunately, I don't think with that wing damage he'll be able to set another fastest lap. I'm not sure who does have the fastest lap at the moment. Let me see.
I think it's
Oh,
Sterling
Bean
West.
has it. Bean has it anyway. Yeah. So Bean has a
Oh, okay.
141.5, so he already has the fastest lap. So it's just a matter if Yabio, who's in 6th place with no one behind him, he has all the free pit stops he wants, but he's only 2.6, 2.5 seconds back from Solano, so he doesn't want to pit and maybe give up the
Oh,
opportunity to catch Solano if he makes a
and
mistake. So
Solano has a few penalties as
oh,
well.
Solano does have penalties as well. So yeah, of course. So if Yabio keeps within 3 seconds, he might jump him into fifth position. Yeah, it's a pretty quiet race at the moment. There's just 3 laps to go now, but this was the closest battle on track. Yabio just 2.5 seconds back from Solano for um, battling for P5 and 6. So we think that Solano has a 3 second time penalty and Yabio doesn't. So at the moment, that's nip and tuck because it's just gone on 3 seconds, the gap. And it looks like, oh, Sterling West is coming up to lap these guys too. So, so Yabio's going to have to get out of the way very shortly. Um, he'll be getting blue flags waved at him. Although that's not the greatest spot to let him through, but he does nicely anyway. Well done. That was a great camera angle through the castle section.
Nice,
So,
so yeah.
letting Sterling West through has actually cost Yabio, I think, 1.5 seconds. So we'll see what happens when
He
Sterling
should.
comes up to Solano, whether Solano is able to,
I know Solano has 2 penalties at least. He has a 5-1 from the penalty and a 3 second when he got a few laps ago.
that's
So he's
right,
got
yeah.
7 seconds or so. 8
Okay.
or so.
I wonder if Bean has another pair of softs. Be interested to see if he pits before the end, as he does have that massive gap, 1 minute and 2 seconds behind now. So huge gap. Yabio is 3.7 seconds. So we'll just go up to Solano. So Sterling West will be coming up to him fairly shortly, although these guys probably have similar pace tyres at the moment.
As we come up the end here, who would you reckon say is your driver of the day?
Um, I Um, just looking at the position changes. Look, I think Solano's done pretty well from starting at the back of the grid as he lets Sterling West through now. Goes a lap down. Yeah, he's given up. Yeah, he's got that given up that 1.5 seconds back to Yabio. But yeah, I think Solano just for missing qualifying, starting at the back, he would have had to start on a default setup. Um, so to go from P9 to P5 is pretty impressive. But I think I can't overlook the absolutely clinical performance of Sterling West for today's win. Um, and the huge gap he has. Like I can't give driver of the day to someone who has just been lapped. Unfortunately, that seems a bit wrong. But as always, Solana hits the wall. So and Bean is in the pit, so looks like he does have another set of soft tyres to go onto, or might be mediums actually, and he's getting a new front wing. So the gap behind him is absolutely huge. So he will not lose a position. But yeah, my driver of the day definitely Sterling West. P2 in quali got the lead early on in the race. I think on the first lap he was able to get the lead, and then it's just led every lap since then. So a really clinical performance from him. How about you?
Personally, if Solano hadn't have got lapped, I would have said him because obviously starting the grid and everything. He said obviously on and not obviously a setup he's not used to, but if he
Yeah.
hadn't got lapped, I would have definitely have said Solano. But yeah, definitely with Sterling West on that maybe. Even someone like Light 51 Ninjas, he's had a good race, gained 3 positions as well. But
Yeah, that's right.
yeah, I think Sterling West's pace has been very good here today. Even when being sandwiched on those soft tyres, he still couldn't catch up to Sterling West. So yeah, I think I have to go
Mm,
with Sterling West as well from a great commanding performance here today.
yeah, agreed. And for Bean to still get P2 by a minute and pit 3 times is pretty incredible. Let's be honest, that's crazy. Um,
Just took a minute to respect Bombardier's AI's pit stops.
oh yeah, he's bombarded his AI's pitted 15 times, so we won't look at that. Don't know why they keep hitting. That's very odd. So Bean will be going for fastest lap on the final lap. See if he can beat his own personal best for that. Oh, sorry, Yabio is right on the back of Solano now. Daydreaming and wasn't looking at the intervals, but this is the final lap. So are we actually going to have a pass on track on the final lap here? So those guys have been lapped, so they'll have an extra lap of fuel to play with. Oh, Sterling West nicks the wall. Just comes into the castle section for the final time. Oof, still committed as ever through there. Get this excellent helicopter shot.
Yeah, definitely has been a great race here today, especially for the amount of drivers that was in here.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, yeah, hopefully we can keep going. Oh, Sterling runs very wide on his last corner basically, but he has absolutely dominated this race, start to finish. Started P2 on the grid and got the lead and never looked back. No one was able to challenge him today. Sterling West, he wins
And he
round
wins
4 of
the
the American
Azerbaijan.
Series. Um,
Great race from him.
Absolutely great race. So being sandwich, always Yabio does jump up on Solano. I think he actually, of Solano, had that penalty, of course.
Five
But
second penalty as well.
I think Yabio
Another
actually
one.
got him on track anyway. So I think he made the pass down the straight. I wonder if Bean Sandwich can put on. Yeah, he does go. He betters his own fastest lap, so he does 140.6 and takes the extra point. The four square's just coming through the caster section now, and like 51 Ninjas as well. That gap's actually come down a fair bit. So I wonder if four square has any penalties, then like 51 Ninjas might jump him. We'll have to wait and see.
I'm trying to think if I don't think he got any.
Oh, this gap's really small now. It's only... Oh, is it going to be less than a second? Is he going to get DRS here? I think he might get DRS. No, I think he just missed out on DRS. Oh, he did. He just missed out. So, like 51 Ninjas, four square comes across the line. Now, like 51 Ninjas, I think they held their position. So, well done to four square. He picks up podium P3. Well done. Commiserations to our drivers that couldn't finish the race. Kev, Bergie, Striker, Bombardier. Yeah, not your day, guys. But yeah, there was definitely points to be had today. But yeah, always next week. So we see our race winner, Sterling West.
Might be able to get an interview if we could.
Yeah, invite him to the party. So yeah, Sterling West is your race winner, being sandwiched for second place, four square in the Red Bull P3. Terrific race, guys. So that podium, as I just said, and Bean Sandwich picking up the fastest lap of the race, the extra point as well. Like 51 Ninjas comes home in P4. Yabio in P5, Solano in P6, and that was the last of the race finishes. Bombardier disconnected, as Striker and Kev Bergie both DNFing. So good little race. Let's see if we can. I don't want to leave. I just want to see if I can get our race winner in the party. Chat very quickly. He might have already. Looks like he's joined. We'll just wait to see if Sterling joins us for an interview. He has joined another session, I can see. No, I don't think he's going to be joining us, so I might leave it there. So that's been round 4 of the America series on PS4. So good victory for Sterling West, and Ryan, thank you for joining me in commentary. If you've been watching the stream, thanks for watching, and we'll see you for round 5 at Spain. We'll see you for round 2 of the Global Series on the weekends. So we've got Global Series Saturday, Sunday, and then the PS4 Elite Series also on Sunday. So those ones coming up for you on the Race Spec channel, and then we'll have round 5 of the Regional Series, the Pacific Series, the European Series, and the Americas Series for you next Tuesday. So we'll see you next time for another race.